Good morning, everybody. Headed out of Pearsburg, Virginia this morning, day 60 on the Appalachian Trail. Was able to slack pack from Woods Hole yesterday down to Angel's Rest. Got to go out for a nice meal at a Mexican restaurant with some great hiker friends. Enjoyed some great conversation and fun and good food. And then was able to go get my hair cut and feel like $1 million with a fresh haircut. And we're hiking out today. The section today out of town will obviously be uphill, but one of the bigger concerns is that there is a 10-mile section with no water at all. So like 4 miles in, we'll have to grab water that will last us all the way through that 10-mile section. So that could make it tough. Other than that, if there are any views, I'll share. Hope everybody has a great day. Okay, this is a first major bridge crossing during my hike. And we're headed, again, back up into the mountains over there today. And then Joey and I are gonna try to make it minimally 14 and then start thinking about where we wanna go after that. So keep you posted. Hiking out of Pearsburg, Virginia. Good morning, everybody. Headed up out of Pearsburg, and this weekend is something called Trail Days back in Damascus, and a lot of the younger hikers are planning on traveling back, and it's just not something I'm planning on doing. Nothing there to interest me right now. There's lots of bands and stuff like that, but I'd just rather put the miles on at this point. Maybe go back next year when everything's on normal instead of kind of short. That's just how I feel about it. That's what I want to do. There's even a scavenger hunt today in town by the outfitter in Pearsburg, just to get everybody collected and get them ready to go. Joe and I, Obi and Winter, are all gonna march forward with those 4 days at 15 miles a day. We could be 60 miles up trail, and I prefer that right now. Like I said, can go back next year, next May, have a little reunion with all the people I got a chance to hike with this year, but right now I'm just not interested in going back. It also has bad memories for me because coming out of Damascus is where I got sick, and well, I know it's probably nothing to do with Damascus itself. It just it doesn't sound good to me. So got my hair cut yesterday, feels great. I trimmed up the beard and mustache a little bit, and just gonna try to enjoy a hike out of town today. There's a lot of uphill this morning. All right, if I get any views, I'll share. This is the trail this morning, but the main reason I want to make this segment is just a shout out to my wife, Gail. Life as a couple can be hard, and when one of the couple, myself this time, is away, a lot of the duties fall, or almost all the duties fall on the other person, and it can be super hard. And I just want to say thank you to her. Today marks 2 months of time on the trail, 60 days, and while I'm out here having this adventure and doing these things, and it is hard, being home and doing all the things that have to be done at home are equally as hard, and certainly I would imagine not quite as enjoyable. So I'm just saying a public thank you to my wife for picking up that slack. My son Garrett, who is helping around the house and do chores and mowing the lawn and doing all the things that usually get done by me. Just want to say thanks. So I love you, Gail. I love you, Garrett. Thanks for picking up the slack and allowing me to have this opportunity. All right. Okay, hiking my way back to the top. You can see about the level of the hill across from me and the mountain behind it. Now I have to get back up to the level of the mountain behind it. So I'm hiking this way, and the trail is leading up. But this is really the first view-ish thing I've had this morning, so it's it's nice to come out to a little opening and get a little perspective of how high I've come and how high I've got to go. But if I get a view, I'll share. Other than that, trail's been very fair on the way up. Been steady up all the way, but not a ridiculous level where I'm looking at the fronts of my knees as I climb. So all of this mountain laurel's getting ready to blossom, so it's going to be beautiful here in a few days. Looking forward to enjoying God's bounty. All right. Okay, just stopping for a minute on my hike up, and you look across, you can see the other ridge. I'm almost getting even with it. Probably another 200 or 300 feet here. But even cooler to me is if I zoom in, down there's Pearsburg. And I've hiked up and out of Pearsburg and probably almost back up to over 3,000 feet. So pretty cool. It's been a very, very nice hike this morning. Very, very fair. No complaints about the trail. Trail's well maintained. I guess the angle of the ascent is very fair, and the only thing I know that we're going to suffer on today is water. So again, if I get some views, I'll share. Okay, I finally came up out of Pearsburg, and I'm up here where the birds are flying, because right there in the middle of the picture is a hawk just doing his thing. But anyways, wanted everybody to see this valley, and I'll slow the camera down for my sister Cece, who tells me I move it too fast. I don't mind the feedback, by the way. But beautiful view, absolutely beautiful. The rest of today is mostly at the top of these mountains, and then I think what happens is we get over and we go down in the I'll call it the gap, and then we have to climb back up that bad boy over there. So I think that's what happens. Sometimes the trail fools me, but either way, you can see where the trail goes over here in the field up to the woods. That's where I'm headed. All right. Okay, so I've generally reached the top of the ridge, and I will ridge walk most of the rest of the way today. Probably around 12 more miles today. But it'll be a series of smaller ups and downs, not those huge ones that I experienced before. Problem with a ridge walk, though, is there's very seldom is there switchbacks. It's straight down and straight up. So when I do get those, they're not as much fun as what I just came up. So anyways, this is what the trail looks like at the top of the mountain. They had an ice storm here last winter, and if you look at the tops of the trees, there's a lot, even this tree right here, they're all broken off. And we had an ice storm back in my area back in the 90s, and it put everything out of business for several weeks, really. So I guess the trail was destroyed here, and they have had a lot of volunteers in here to help fix it. But anyways, if I get any views, I'll share. So once again, I'm just on the walk to my destination for the night, and this is the view I just walked out to. Kind of an open, bald area here, but you know, you can see the beautiful valley in the distance, and I'd almost be positive that that mountain right there, the big one, is where I'm going, because we always go to the highest point. So not complaining, because it's hiking.